Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Salty Podcast, episode 32, where it's always a great day to talk about sailing. Today, we're joined by Matty and Brit from sailing vessel Wicked, currently back in the Virgin Islands after just sailing to Puerto Rico. Matty and Brit's journey began when they met at age 17 in Miami, where they were both camp counselors. When they were 22, the adventure bug took them to the West Coast, where they dreamed of sailing and running a hotel. However, life in Southern California's fast lane and some other challenges led them astray from the dream. But somewhere along the way, they rediscovered the dream. They turned to YouTube to learn about sailing and ultimately took the plunge into the cruising life. Now they're living their adventure in the Caribbean. So let's dive into their story. Welcome, Matty and Brit. I'm coming to bring you out here now. There you are. Welcome.
Hi.
Good to see y'all. I know you're having some issues with the with your cell service, so we're gonna try to just get through this. So tell me where you are. I can't hear you.
We're in the U.S. Virgin Islands in St. Thomas. We're currently anchored in Charlotte Amalie Harbor.
Okay, cool. Okay. So you have an interesting story. So you haven't been sailing very long, have you?
No, not very long. Actually, we've been really sailing for 3 months.
3 months. Okay. Wow. Well, I saw this video of you, Matty, and I'm just going to show it real quick.
I'm a sailor. Of course I do my own rigging. I'm a sailor. Of course I'm a carpenter. I'm a sailor. Of course I'm an electrician. I'm a sailor. Of course I have a YouTube channel. I'm a sailor. Of course I drop things off the dock. I have to jump in after it.
Sorry, we have a storm. We have a storm coming in now, and there's lightning and clouds. So that's why our service is bad.
Yeah, that's all part of sailing. It's all part of the adventure, isn't it? All's part of the experience, as my friend Key West John says. So, okay, so let's talk about let's go to the part where you're in Southern California. You're living the fast lane. You had this dream, but you kind of got distracted. And then what made you say, hey, we need to reignite this dream?
Losing our jobs after COVID. I mean, work slowed down, so we were on lockdown. We ended up on YouTube, and I had a dream of sailing when we were in Miami, and kind of forgot about it. And then we began traveling, and I wanted to sail, but I never thought about sailing to another country.
You never thought about sailing what?
To another country.
Oh, okay.
I just thought about, we live in South Florida. We can, hop around, entertain our friends and stuff. And then I came across, I think, Sailing Liveaboard on YouTube, and I saw what they were doing, and I was like, "Whoa, you can take yourself to another country." And then we went down the rabbit hole and watched everybody, and we're kind of like, okay, how can we afford to do this? And we were thinking of getting, I was thinking of getting like a 34 Ericsson, and we saw a few in Southern California, and Matty was like, no, we need something a little bigger if we want to live on it full time. And I said, right. Okay, how are we going to afford this?
Yeah, how? You going to tell us?
Well, we kept watching YouTube channels, and we saw a lot of people were were, you know, doing the bare minimum, like not having windlasses to pull up
Yeah.
their anchors or having hanked on sails. And I'm like, are we capable of doing that? One, neither of us have ever been sailing at this point. Never been on a
Wow.
sailboat, so we didn't even know if we were going to like it. I've always liked the idea of boating, and then thinking
Right.
about the cost of diesel, I was like, there's no way we can have a motorboat. So that's why I thought of the sailing route. And
Exactly.
so then we came across another YouTube channel who got a hurricane damaged boat, Parlay Revival, and he fixed up his boat himself, and I'm like, we could do that. So then we started looking for boats, looking for hurricane damaged boats, and then we saw a few, and then lightning, and then we saw this one, and
And
Matt
tell us what it
was like,
is. Tell us.
we've been talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. Oh, our
Yeah,
boat, it is a 43 Beneteau Oceanus.
oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice boat. Did I freeze up or did you?
I didn't get that. Sorry, you're breaking up.
That's a nice boat. Still no? I said, that's a nice boat. I guess I'm losing
Okay,
them.
you're back now.
Okay. I said, that's a very nice
Yeah.
boat. So, so how did you get the boat?
It is.
So
I'm sorry, I lost you again.
Can you see me now? Can you hear me now? Are you, hello? Hello?
I can.
No.
Your image is frozen, and you're.
Oh, you can hear me?
Okay, you're back now.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So how did you? I lost them again. This is what happens when we interview people in the Caribbean. Sometimes where there's technical difficulties, you know. But I'm just gonna hang in here, and I know they'll be back. So yeah. Let me show you I'm gonna show you another video. Let's see if I can find it.
We are on the way to Culebra from Culebrita, and we are sailing at a whopping 3 knots. 3 knots? 1.0. Jesus, we need to trim our sails.
No one does that.
Tripped. That's more like it. We are sailing down the Culebra Canal. We only have our head sail out. We are going to pull it in soon because we have to navigate through some reef, and we don't want the wind to push us into any of the reef.
We're having technical difficulties, so I'm waiting for them to come back on. All right. Well, here we are. Give them a few more minutes. So, what's going on in my world while I'm waiting for the guests to come back on? So a jet ski hit my boat at the marina, and the owner of the jet ski company, he had somebody come and polish it up and everything, and it looks like in the pictures that it's a pretty good job. So hopefully, I haven't gone down to look at it, but I had gotten a higher quote, but I'm not sure that's going to be necessary. So I'm still waiting on my guests to come back on. They had some technical difficulties with they didn't have good reception. And where they are in St. Thomas, there's a storm and they're using their phone as a mobile hotspot with their computer. So maybe they'll just come back on with their phone. That's probably take up less bandwidth. And, but if not, I guess we'll just have to end it early. Be the first time that happened. But you never know when you go live. Give it a few more minutes here. Let's see. What else can I tell you? So my plans are that I would like to wait out hurricane season and possibly head south at the end of hurricane season. Like to make it. I didn't quite make it to Dry Tortugas last year, but so I'd like to make it this. I went to the Marquesas, which is, I guess, about halfway between Key West and the Dry Tortugas. And so I'd like to make it all the way. I don't particularly like sailing in the winter because it gets dark really fast. I mean, the sailing day is very short and the Gulf is rougher. So that trip home in December across the Gulf was not ideal for me. What else? I've done a lot of work to the boat since I came back in late December. I've spent quite a bit of money on some cosmetic work, but also I had to have a lot of engine work done because when I rolled in here late December, I was getting some white smoke and I was getting lots of leaking oil into the engine room. It wasn't making its way out of the boat or anything, but check my text messages. All that is fixed. I'm so happy to say. I'm going to tell her, you might try using your phone instead of computer. Less bandwidth. Okay. I'm just here talking. Yeah, so there was a few things I changed out. I had to get it was a fairly new freshwater pump. I had to send it back to the manufacturer. And she says it's still loading. I'm going to say, no problem. Okay, she's going to try just using her phone. It's probably less bandwidth. And I had them change out, just didn't really matter, but the faucet for the galley sink looks a lot more modern. It's got a pull down hose. The motor in my waste filtration system went out. So they're ordering that. And gosh, there was a whole bunch of other stuff. But I got all the imperfections taken out of the hull. That cost a little bit. And then a jet ski ran into it. But I think it was able to be buffed out and everything. So, like I said, I've got to go and take a look at it. But they're trying to get back on. These are some interesting folks here. I saw them on TikTok, and they're young. They look like they're having a good time. They're doing videos, and I thought they'd be great people to interview. But like I said, they've got some storms in their area, and their cell service isn't great. They're probably at anchor. We haven't even gotten that far to cover that. But anyway, if there's anybody out there watching, please feel free to comment. If you want to follow them, you can find them. They have a website, sailingwicked.com, and you can find them on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And they are Matty and Brit. Let's see if I can find one of their other videos. TikTok. If you're watching this in the replay, just fast forward. Let's see here. This looks like a good one.
I think it's about time we clean the bottom of our boat. I think that's what Barry the Barracuda was trying to let us know. So we jumped in and scraped the bottom of our boat. It took us about maybe an hour to do, and believe it or not, we picked up like 2 knots of speed after
Wow.
cleaning our fuzzy bottom. This marine growth is completely normal and can grow a lot faster when you're in a marina like how we were. But now our bottom is squeaky.
Wow, look at those.
I'm a sailor.
I think it's about time we clean the bottom of our boat. I think that's what Barry the Barracuda was trying to let us know. So we jumped in and scraped the bottom of our boat. It took us about maybe an hour to do, and believe it or not, we picked up like 2 knots of speed after cleaning our fuzzy bottom. This marine growth is completely normal and can grow a lot faster when you're in a marina like how we were. But now our bottom is squeaky.
I'm showing them your video. You're back.
We're back, but yeah, it's still, you're still breaking up.
Oh, am I frozen? Are you guys at anchor? I wonder if you turned off your camera and we just kind of did audio. I wonder, can you hear me? Yeah, what if you turned off the camera and we try that? Oh, I guess it's not going to work out. We'll have to just try to get them back when they're in better reception. Well, there's a first time for everything, that there's not good reception and someone can't do a live. It's the way it goes. So I'll go ahead and end this and have them back. Maybe we'll just come on at just any time that is good for them and just go live whenever. So with that, Salty Bannon out.